what you had problems with?
Yeah, no, like since it's basically positioning again, I think it comes down to because now I'm starting to look for angles more, but but sometimes I go to the like wrong side, or like where I come to a position, I take time to go to a position that I think might be good, but then I realize that I still don't have a very good angle. So I try to like make the best that I can with a like pretty bad position sometimes, or sometimes I feel like I can't really find a way to support the team and shoot the enemy without being relatively close to the point. So I'd say it's basically positioning, and of course it's like mechanics. Sometimes like hitting sleeps is pretty hard. Quick scoping is taking a while to get used to, but I'd say like the main thing is still like finding an angle that can shoot into the kill zone. And then I also have to remind myself to open up the angle sometimes.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
staying one spot for too long.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you want to do more, Honana. Yeah, instead of trying to close the distance, just trying to have sharper sightlines for sure. I think it's a big help. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I don't remember, because you mentioned as far as I see in the document, there have been a few notes. Those been, let me see. Those been from the previous session, or it's the session before? Because there are some questions in there too. I'm not sure. Did you get an answer to those questions, or do you want to go over the questions in the notes?
No, that was after, so we can go through them now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So, first of all, the question, other than Black Stuff, what are some good warm-ups and practice maps for Anna, Mercy, and Lucio? I know that to be good, and Lucio need to get good on wall riding. Yeah, basically, what you can do, and just screen share real quick.
Yep.
Okay, can you see my stream now?
Yep.
Yeah, so overall, Vaxta is just okay most of the time because you practice versus moving characters and they're going, well, kind of random directions, but you can also do something like tryhard FFA. I usually tell people if there's a good tryhard FFA lobby, then you can join it. Usually want to just go on all games here, click FFA, join the game. There might be one or two lobbies. I'm not sure. It seems like on a NA, the kind of last tryhard lobbies in there. And here, you can actually try to practice whatever character you want. Try to practice the mechanics, and because there are also some sort of structures you can use. Yeah, you can also use cover and practice against people actively shooting you. I think this is a great environment to just like try and play. You know, you just see like there's so many structures. Maybe like on Lucio you can wall ride. Maybe on the other characters you can just try to practice something else. Like your aim with Anna can be quick scoping, or just with something like I don't know, like any other character you can try to do. Yeah, whatever you want to lean towards, basically. So see, there are basically multiple players. In here, there are only 4 now, but yeah, if you get more, then it's better. Of course, it's more frequent fights, basically, compared to the quick play. Because in quick play, well, you can use it for warm-up, it's just might be not as effective compared to something like this game here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave because, yeah, I don't do anything anyway. But yeah, here if you practice this, or not Vax, try hard FA, or you can also do some practice in deathmatch. I think it's pretty good usually because this way you warm up your mechanics faster. It's not like you have to warm up your decisions or positioning anyway. You just want to warm up your mechanics, and this is really good way to do it. Yeah. Any questions about hard FFA?
No. Usually we actually do either like a widow headshot only map on Necropolis, or we do like team deathmatch.
I see. Well, Widow headshot only. It's okay in terms of training. Some of the mechanics with if you just train it for Ana, for example, it can be just how do you snap like trying to you will be training those instant shots, kind of hit scan shots when you scoped in, maybe that's can be alright, but you might be not getting used to the movement, yeah, because the character's hitboxes are kind of similar, Widowmakers are similar. You're training against those exact like just hitting shots against Widowmaker on Widowmaker, so it's better to, if possible, to play the character you want to practice ideally and play versus multiple characters as well if possible. That's why I think on priority list, I would just say if you just do with a headshot only, that's like maybe yeah, like with a headshot is might be least priority compared to Vaxta probably, because on Vaxta you actually practice versus other hitboxes, and Twilight FFA can be higher priority. Yeah, it's just one of the highest. Yes, you play versus multiple people, versus multiple hitboxes. You play the character you want, people actually shooting you as well, and yeah, it's one of the best actually if you're able to practice there. The as much is also okay in my opinion, but yeah, again. I just want to see what's fun as well, but yeah, overall
Mm.
mechanics wise, Star Hard FFA is the best. I didn't always playing that too personally. If I want to warm up on DPS, if I was playing DPS, sure, I think it's one of the best ways. Never used any aim trainer either, so yeah. Okay. Let's see other questions. Oh, wait. There's been some noise. Everything's good now. Wait, just hear. Is it me or you? I just hear some noise on the with the microphone on your end. It seems.
Yeah, no. I think there's something going on behind. I can mute
Oh,
if
it's
you
okay.
want to.
No, it's okay. No, I think it's all right. No. It's just been like, it's okay. I think everything's good now. Yeah, like this here. That's what I heard. this here. There's been a noise. Yeah, uh, that's all right. We the other questions. Okay, you mentioned if we get in steamrolled, is it my responsibility to switch if, let's say, Ana is not working out, or should I stay on Ana and try to get a good nano? Uh, well, so why do you need to switch, first of all, if you're getting steamrolled?
Well, I'm just thinking. Basically, what I mean is that well, steamroll isn't really what I mean. I mean more like if I'm playing Lucio and I'm feeling I'm dying over a lot more than I should.
Hmm.
Should I switch or should I try to stay and maybe get a beat and try like a different strategy, or is it just I should switch to a better hero or a hero that I know better, like Mercy or Anna?
Yeah, well, the biggest part is definitely putting more attention on performance. What is there you can do with this to adapt it, and that's about it. To be honest, the game is all about just practice, making mistakes too. So there's no problem if you die a lot. You can figure this out later. Whatever patterns you notice, yeah, what you could have done better. Maybe it's a few times using speed was better, or maybe wall ride better. It's to be honest, that's okay. I would stay probably lean towards staying the character. Just pay attention to the performance first. You can swap to something else, but it shouldn't be based because based on if you not doing well on the character, it should be more based on the bigger picture. Just looking at something like team composition, also looking at the map as well, and then swapping because of that. It's not that because so it's kind of the different mindset. Yeah, you just have this certain situation, and it's easier for you to play the character, certain character in that situation. So you're just gonna play that character, but it shouldn't be because you do bad or like I would have with this usually because in the learn term I think might be not as helpful sometimes if you overdo it. Yeah, if I just swap, like I notice, okay, something happens and maybe you die, but then you might be avoiding those situations. So like trying being able to reflect on what went wrong and actually solve those problems later. Yeah, if you swap right away, yeah, just based on the the performance. Yeah, you definitely lean towards paying attention to performance first. I think it's a good way to do it. And about the ultimate, if you have the ultimate or not, well, it shouldn't depend as much too, to be honest. Certain ultimates, well, on support, some of them are pretty strong, but you if you're able to, of course, it's valuable. If you can initiate, maybe just use the ultimate. If you want to swap again because of certain composition you play and certain mob, that's okay. But it's not like if you recognize there are no opportunities for you to use the ult, it's not like you have to stay. You can swap earlier. It's alright, especially if you do not have exact 100% charge. Maybe you get less, and you still will get out of spawn with 30% ult charge now. So that's more forgiving. But yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Is there's anything else? I know that it'd be. Mm, Oh yeah, how do you practice wall riding? Yeah, well, wall riding, same thing as I mentioned. Tryhard FFA is one of the best, or deathmatch. Yeah, so it's that same question. Mm. Yeah, do you have any other questions?
Uh, yeah. Now that I'm playing Overwatch more or support, I've been thinking of like which support should I choose? Basically, Lucio, Anne, or Mercy. But I've been realizing that most of the time I'm not picking Mercy because she isn't really viable, or Anna at least would be better in almost every situation. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is there a point to playing Mercy unless you have like a good Ashe or I don't know Soldier? But I feel like most of the time Anna is better because I'm getting kills. Uh, I'm getting good healing. Nano is very good to initiate and to save people from dying. Uh, yeah, and I like also the long distance healing that you have. And also nade is really good use too. So I feel like yeah, is Anna just better than Mercy overall,
Mm.
or?
Yeah, I see the question. Yeah, well, so there are a few layers, yeah, kind of few perspectives we want to keep an eye on. Generally speaking, if we're talking about climbing in ranked, I think any characters with more offensive utility, they generally speaking are better because you're not relying on you relying on your teammates less this way, yeah, because you're putting up your own pressure more. That's why a lot of people, especially maybe so those some of the challenges the streamers do sometimes, they just do on rank to GM Mercy only, and they say, "Oh, it's really hard." Yeah, I mean, it's harder, but it's not like uh, too hard to play the character, especially when you go in towards the higher ranks. People are start just being better with their abilities, and if you're in the right spot, then it's okay. But at the lower ranks, yeah, because people are not you're not able to support as much their offensive utility. Well, they're getting less value. I think it's harder, but it's not like you cannot climb on Mercy. It's harder compared to something like Ana though. Or Lucio, because again, more offensive utility, but possible. Another thing is when you play Mercy, yeah, I would just personally would do this. Your hero pool, so you have something like Mercy, Anna, and Lucio. You're kind of suitable in any situation with this pool, and I can write it down in the notes too, just in case. Okay, you use a Mercy most of the time. You're suitable. Yeah, what do you think? What kind of situation? What kind of composition you suitable to actually?
Mm, I usually pick Mercy when we have a like a hit scan DPS. So like Cassidy, Soldier, Ashe, not really Widowmaker. And maybe also if the other DPS is a more like flanky character like Venture, Sombra, and Tracer, because I know I want to be supporting them a lot, so I can pocket the other DPS instead of Mercy. So I think that's usually.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Usually, I think you're right. Yeah, the first thing you mentioned right away. If you have a long range stuff on your team, typically Mercy is quite good. So I would just do this. If you have more longer range elements, so something like if you're looking at the characters list, well, for DPS, Ash, Hanzo, maybe even Pharah, Sergio, and Widow, stuff like that. Sometimes Cassidy can be the one too. For tanks can be Sigma, he's a longer range. Sometimes Hog's less played, but possible. for support, something like Zenyatta, maybe Ana. Yeah, so basically look at your team and say, okay, it seems like we have more longer range elements, more sniper oriented comp. And in this case, Mercy is typically better because first you can get value out of your res. It's easier for you to res. It's easier for you to res the Widowmaker on your backline compared to dive DPS on in enemy backline. You know, that's why it's just easier to play the Mercy in the poke compositions. Yeah, that's how people call it. Yeah, long range compositions. It's possible to play in others too, but mostly that's where the Mercy is useful. You might find, yeah, why it seems like maybe as well, Mercy is not as suitable because poke compositions are not as played at the moment. It's just it's not because well people are trying to form poke composition and it's just that, like it's bad. It's just the meta, the characters overall, people running more of a dive oriented teams or brawl oriented teams. So dive it's about mobility, brawl it's about just closing the gap and just playing high sustain kind of characters and that's why usually Mercy it's not kind of suitable, it might seem to, because those characters are played more, but you have other characters. You have other characters, and those can be, if you're not running long range comp, which is kind of niche situation, maybe you can expect this combo on Circuit Royale, or you can expect this combo on Junket Down, Havana. Yeah, I think any long range map. But if you don't, yeah, if you don't have this opportunity, then you can run, yeah, let's say you have the other compositions such as Brawl, yeah, more shorter oriented, yeah. What do you think could be suitable? What kind of character could be suitable in those?
In Brawl.
Yeah, in Brawl, yeah, if you have more characters like Zari Ryan, maybe May Reaper out of your pool, what do you think is better?
Then I would probably choose Ana, but I think that Lucio would be best in reality. Ana is more dive, I've heard, but because Lucio you can be like with the team, you can like speed boost in, you can speed boost out, and you can do some pretty good damage, and you can be on the point. Ana could be good too because Nano could work well with, I guess, Junker Queen and Zarya too. And she stays behind, so she could support. And like Ana could work, but I think Lucio would be better, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I think well this one here it's sometimes might be a little bit trickier because what character to pick a lot of times can also depend on the second thing, it's the map. But you're right, I think most of the time you notice Ana can be actually good with the short range comms, dive compositions. Lucio is a lot of times even better with the short range, but Lucio can also be suitable on dive too. So that's okay, yeah, because of mobility, you can just go from one place to another. Lucio can actually play with those compositions. It's not like Lucio is that much needed with his speed boost though to dive teams, but yeah, he can play. It's just like less of a niche situation. Yeah, so that's how I would put it. Ana, short range composition, so dive. Notice if you're playing long range map, especially. A Lucio, short range composition or dive. It's again like dive is a niche. Yeah, so let's say if there's no, I can come up with a situation right away, but there might be good situation, maybe some map to play Lucio on. But typically, yeah, if you see, okay, that's if you're on the Lucio, usually it's some sort of short range composition and short range map as well. If playing really more enclosed spaces, again, where it's gonna be harder for you to do something with Ana. Yeah, it's just hard for you to get around the corner because if you do, then the enemy might run towards you. Remember, we talked about it as Ana. Yeah, try to open up the angle, but some maps they're not allowing you to do that comfortably. So it's just easier to run the Lucio in those cases with a brawl. Yeah, that's how I would put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does it
Yeah.
does a loaded make sense?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Nice. Okay.
Clarify some things.
Let's see. Yeah. Is there anything else?
No, not a question. Well, kind of. I had a Lucio game recently where I only played Lucio, and it went pretty well. But then towards the end, I started dying, and I think that was due to them switching because they realized that, or I don't know why. It was Blizzard World, and towards like the third point on attack, they had like Widowmaker and Hanzo, I think, which made it pretty hard to do anything. So we could look at that game.
Yeah, we could. Can you? Let me see. What is the code for this one? Do you have it
Yeah, I
saved
can
in the
send it.
replay codes, or yeah, you can send it. I think there was a patch, so yeah, there's the newer.
Yeah, the old ones don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Also, this is a quick play game. I don't know. But also, like, the reason why I want to, even though this is quick play, is because I don't really have any idea how to play Lucio. I just know that you're supposed to kind of dive. So I want you to just look at this like a baby is playing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
So when you're saying Lucio, with Lucio have to dive more, so yeah, where? My question is, yeah, how did you get that insight? Yeah, why do you need to dive? What is that about for you?
Well, it's partly because I've like the people and my friends have said that, oh, we should play dive, and they're like they're also like gold, platinum. So I don't know if they actually know the different comps. They say, oh, you should play like Lucio because he makes us go faster, so we can dive. You know, so that's really why. But also he's quick. With wall right, he has a lot of mobility, so he should work well in dive, I think.
Yeah, he can work well, exactly. Yeah, it's just again more a niche because mobile characters, they generally speaking need less of a speed boost compared to some sort of stationary characters. Like you guys, you only have actually one dive character here. It's the Diva. The other is the Mei and Bastion, which actually makes it this pick pretty valuable because stationary characters, those are benefiting out of the speed boost quite a lot. So that's good. Yeah, I think why not? You can try to play the Lucio into this. Maybe the map can also allow you to play something like Ana too, because there are long sidelines too. So yeah, I think it's really it's flexible. Again, what do you enjoy playing more? What's more comfort? But yeah, let's see. Any sort of idea? Yeah, maybe anything specific you're looking for as the Lucio here, because you play this composition, you play this map against the enemy here. What's your thoughts? Yeah, like you mentioned, you gotta dive, but is there anything else? Yeah.
Well, I should dive probably, or maybe not dive, but I should also support our team. But what I'm thinking right now, my first instinct when I came up to this is that I saw the Widow, and I thought that, oh, it would be really funny if I could kill her. So right now I'm just waiting for our team, then going in.
Yeah, sure.
But what I'm thinking is like I should be able to. I have pretty good damage, so if I like the Moira, for example, if I can hit my shots, I should be able to kill her because hitting all those shots and then meleeing can be a one shot.
Yeah.
So basically, like finding out of position people and killing them, while also supporting my team with heal and or speed boost.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this is exactly what you're looking for. Yeah, you definitely need to close the distance with the enemy. I think overall what we're doing there is pretty decent. You're enabling the dives. Yeah, the Diva is going forward. You're kind of just trying to capitalize on what they do as well. But here's the thing. I'm thinking, yeah, let's just look at. I think we talked about it with you before as well. It's been on Ana. Yeah, we talked about how you want to keep an eye on active angles a little bit more, remember? Yeah, we talked about it with the nades and such. So, what's your thoughts? Here, you have this situation, and I'm thinking, where should you go? What your target priority should be at the moment, and why? What it's based on? Where are those active angles you gotta keep an eye on?
The most active angle right now is the Widowmaker, if we're not counting the Diva. But she should be winning that fight, so I guess the Widowmaker is posing the biggest threat right now.
So this is something you want to think about. But see, this play as well, like where you went on the Diva, and then ended up pretty well, right? And it's because of the, well, first of all, there are quite a lot of your team members in here. Yeah, they're just trying to punish that Diva, which is really, really good. So I'm thinking you need to try to balance. Usually when you're trying to disable active angles, it's usually about finding who is creating big threat. So big threat is one, and this provides a big threat. But you also want to keep an eye on what is killable at the same time too. And to me, at this angle where you are, like right now, yeah, so it seems like we're a little bit close, like you just went on this, the middle statue. Who is easier for you to access? Like this Diva or this Widowmaker?
This Widowmaker. But I was thinking of like, how should I get up there in a reasonable amount of time?
Is she really easy at your position now? Like, is she easy to access?
Well, no, not really.
Because this is the thing.
It's,
It can be easy if you close the distance. Yeah, you want to find a way. Like I mentioned, you want to try to find some sort of rotation. Yeah, how do you get there? I think if you do it earlier, yeah, maybe let's say you just roll out, see what you've done. You just went and go deeper. I think going on her would make total sense. Yeah, because I think you have this brief window. You're pretty fast as a Lucio. You just have to be decisive. You can go on the Widow right away. Just boop this angle. Yeah, you can maybe disable this big threat. Later, you can go on Diva. As a Lucio, you're pretty fast, so you can be anywhere, basically. You kind of gotta move between the angles a lot of times, so because of your mobility. But if you end up here, then I think it's hard. So you have to go on the Diva. And then later, your attention then should go towards something like this, or maybe even, yeah, even May. I think, yeah, you gotta be careful exactly when, yeah, when just trying to go in too deep sometimes, or like ignore some sort of those threats, because those might kill you. The rotation is, well, how do you get there? It's just by closing the distance. Yeah, so what specifically you could do here? You could usually, you're trying to wall right, avoid her sight lines. You can go down there, you can use this wall to avoid the sides and then go up, stuff like that. It's just kind of, you have to go from corner to corner and get as close as you can, and then it will be fine. So seeing here, okay, if you get on this Widowmaker, what is your short angle? Yeah, a lot of times you definitely don't want to fight at like too long range. Just want to try to get closer if possible. Okay. It's going relatively well for you so far. Yeah, you kind of punishing those out of position targets. Yeah, I'd say maybe you guys gonna have some problems at this second section. Yeah, it's probably against the Widow, or let's see. This one is interesting. So we do win. We went on the Diva. Okay, it seemed like she was killable and such. Now, where should you go right away? What do you think?
I could either go like, I should be able to actually get up to the platform.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I can.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's a lot. What you can do is your boop for sure too. Yeah, you can just go up, try to boop those angles towards your team, basically. Yeah, I'm with your boop. You're trying to, first of all, displace an enemy from their good position, and also make it easier for your team to get kills. I think the boop is quite good with this. Okay, let's keep watching. It's constant kind of trying to go closer somewhere. Yeah, be more, I think, more proactive is with that too. Yeah, going really aggressive. So it's fine. Well, Okay. It's going relatively well for you. You guys are diving. Seems like you probably communicate. Well, maybe not communicate. I'm not too sure. Are you communicating with any of this, guys? You
No.
play. Yeah,
Not at all.
that's okay. It seems like you're on the same page, so which is great actually. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure. This seems like killable target. Yeah, they just feed, they go in. Not sure why they will too. Yeah, well, they get to kill somehow, but still not worth it. They're fighting your spawn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is where I start dying, I think.
Just need to get close and go on the angle right away. So your rotation is, yeah, if I wanna get close with this Widowmaker. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, what you could have done. Oh, first of all, should you fight a Widow or should you fight something else? What do you think?
I mean, it's pretty hard to get up there with anyone, really, I'd say. So, I mean, Widowmaker is posing a pretty big threat, so I probably instead could go to the left. There's a door, like to the left of the cart. Like you said about going like corner to corner.
Yeah, possibly.
So I could go around.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah, it can be. You can also, because Lucio is so fast, one of the things you can do is as well, if she's sniping, yeah, whenever she's sniping, you can time the pressure between the shots because it takes time for her to charge. You can try to rotate in between that time, try to just simply get closer, get up, and then boop her way. You don't necessarily even have to stay on the angle. It's just you disabling the enemy active threat. And that's it. Like this here, maybe if you recognize something is killable, it can also go on this, but just threats is usually the first priority. This is not as killable. So see, this is the difference. Yeah, this might provide a big threat, but this is not as killable. More in Coalescence harder to kill compared to something like Widowmaker. You need to find this balance. Yeah, kind of. It's usually because you have such great mobility, you pretty good at dealing with angles such like this one. Yeah, deal with off angles towards your team. It's kind of one of the first priorities usually. Yeah, Swido doing quite a lot. You just need to get there simply. You kind of stay in a low ground. It's good to get a kill on the Moira too. You just need to be probably on this Widow first or this Hanzo. If the Widow went really back far, yeah, it's just put attention on the off angles more. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. Attention. So boop off angles. Yeah, you need to just try to displace them. Try to help out your team. Try to make sure the enemies they do less of a pressure. Yeah, same thing appears here. Okay, maybe at the short period of time you can disable this diva because there's nothing to disable. But then later you instantly think, okay, where do I go? Where do I go? You have to go here. You have to close the distance. Or you might expect the Hanzo somewhere. They typically play somewhere around there. Usually, I don't know where's the Hanzo is actually. Yeah, he's in spawn room. Okay, but yeah, once they come back, might deal with them. Yeah, it's just not challenging. You have to challenge those guys a little bit more. To emphasize this, because yeah, Lucio, okay, dealing with off angles. Let me see. I think I have some good examples of this. It's mainly Funny Asto. I think Funny Asto is really good. Yeah, Funny Asto is really good at Lucio. So, can watch a little bit of his. Okay, one moment. Yeah, so this video here, I usually use this as an example a lot of times, and you can just see how they good with verticality. Obviously, it takes time to do that as well, but this is really beneficial because your aura still going down, so your teammates, they still receive speed boost, they still receive healing. But what he is really good at as well, besides that, is just dealing with anybody taking off angle. So now with this, it's gonna be like sort of quiz. Let's say enemy team goes here. Okay, this A goes here. The tracer goes left side. And yeah, let's say on A we have something like a Junker Queen. Yeah, they're also gonna have something like well, let's say Cassidy on A and Tracer B. Yeah, what you can deal with first? What do you want to deal with first? Probably.
There's Cassidy and Junker Queen on A and a Tracer on B.
Yeah, let's say. Yeah, let's say then.
Well, since my team probably is dealing with AI, I should deal with the flanker, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of your process, yeah. So it's usually your attention is going to be towards the angles first. So see, B is tracer flanking. So this guy is taking deeper angle somewhere. Push them away first. Later, you put attention towards the front line. Usually this is how it goes. Obviously, it's not like rule of thumb. Yeah, like in this case, you had a situation where I just go back. I'll just go back. When we fought the Diva. Well, it was somewhere around there, I believe, yeah? Even before Coalescence. Yeah, it's just when... No, I think it's after then. Yeah, it's just, it was... Maybe you remember this. He was fighting in the main with the Diva. Maybe after this fight. Yeah. Yeah, probably after this one. Yeah, so here, basically. If I know somebody on the angle, I have to deal with them first. If not, if there's no opportunity and frontline is closer, then you deal with frontline. It's kind of an exception here, but usually attention towards an angle first. It's kind of, in this case, you know what that could be. Maybe Tracer's hiding over there, you have to deal with her, or somebody's hiding here, you have to deal with him, like this Hanzo, instead of Diva. But once you dealt with this, okay, I can instantly go there. You have most attention towards off angles. That's how I would put it. Boop off angles later, and boop frontline. Okay, and this funny also, let's see what they do actually. Yeah? So their attention quite good with mechanics. They instantly go on the angle to go after the tracer. So this is something what takes deep angle. Okay, they push them away, but they will not forget about the front line as well. Later, once they push those angles away. By the way, the mechanics is pretty decent. Yeah, they're trying to find this downtime as well. Yeah, when they have downtime, they obviously don't sit here. They still maybe apply some early pressure on the main as well, but main attention is towards the angles. Yeah, this tracer. Okay. Once they actively go in, this angle goes together with the brig. He looks to get a boop towards the team sidelines. Yeah, try to get a kill. And once angle is dealt with, this angle gets pushed out. We can go towards the front line, help them out a little bit more. That's how usually it goes. I think the next fight is, again, kind of similar thing. They want to deal with angles. They stay on the left. They probably expect the Tracer to go there. Actually, there's a Surgeon too. Yeah. So they're staying on the left, dealing with if anybody goes in the angle. Let's just skip this. Okay. Yeah, so this brig and now Genji goes in the angle. Okay, we're dealing with them, pushing them away, maybe not killing them. But once we realize this angle is clear, we can just go after something else, go towards the front line, help out this main doorway. And he will also look for the boop on just, yeah, trying to displace. Again, helping out teammates a little bit more. It's just kind of general idea. Obviously, always depends on situation, but most of your attention is towards those angles, typically. Does it make sense?
Yeah, actually, because I've been using Boop either like a finisher when I'm trying to kill someone, or to use it more as a defensive ability. But actually, using Boop to boop people into my team is something I don't really do. So that's actually really good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that, yeah, in notes too. Yeah, you gotta boop an enemy in your team line of sight. Yeah, simply I'm just trying to see. There's a lot about placement, about your position. Obviously, if I want to boop this Widowmaker, probably go around this way, or maybe go above and then quickly boop like this Paneastro did. Yeah, they kind of went behind and they booped the angle in on the brig. That was the case. They did that, so it's kind of similar. Now this Widow is just sitting there for free. You have to go. You have to go on her. This is more important. And this Widow can die from you easily, by the way. You're one of the best characters in dealing with Widow, trust me. Yeah, well, if she's that in the back, it's like harder. But now the fight is over as well because yeah, it's just there's too much pressure on your team. And now the instant attention. Yeah, the fight just starts. Okay, disabling the diva, fine. Okay. Yeah, they're just staggering you. You have to reset. You have to reset slightly. Make sure you stabilize. You guys are staggering. This is good. Just what's the problem with this one? This is good, but then what do you need to do? What's the problem with your positioning?
Yeah, I kind of tunnel visioned. I probably should have tried to get out of there because now I'm just walking a straight line towards their team, which yeah.
Yeah,
I could
it's
either
tough.
go to like on the bottom and hide, or
Yeah.
I could have just went to the left. There's like a
Yeah.
little room there.
Yeah. Take your own off angle. I'd say you don't even have to just go towards your team a lot of times. You can just try to stay. It's similar to what we're watching with Funny Assos. Yeah, a lot of times he's been just up there. This is his off angle. Maybe back just when they started doing something. Yeah, they started here. It's also an angle. It's just some sort of verticality. You're doing that, you're displacing the enemy team attention. They forced to look away, they have to look at something else, and this is quite nice. Yeah, I think simply maybe your solution can be go on this wall, then go up. Your teammates start pushing while you're surviving. Later you can go. It's an okay thing to do with Lucio. You usually take deeper angles. You can take I just say like hard off angles sometimes. By hard I mean you can stay away from your teammates more frequently compared to something like Ana with less mobility. With Ana, a lot of times it might be punishing if you look for flank play. It's possible, but it's harder. You can do that. But just as a Lucio, it's easier because of your mobility. So if you're here, yeah, just go on the angle and don't move in a straight line. You just have to, yeah, there's too linear movement. That's it. That's why you die. It's just too easy to throw an arrow, to throw a Kiri, Kuna at you. So yeah, that's why. You just maybe like still deal with a bit, but go here, yeah. And just go on the side and then jump there. Okay, boop them in and then go away if you realize that you're getting your HP drop. Yeah, your HP is dropping. Any questions so far?
Well, I guess. Well, okay, two things, but I think I already have the answer to them.
Yeah.
And so first, using the ult, I assume it's basically the same thing as Mercy and Ana to use it to like initiate fights proactively.
For now, I would
and
do
of course
that.
to save
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, for now I would do that, to be honest. A lot of people would say, and maybe some coaches there would say, you actually need to use beat defensively, and that can be correct too, but I would not do that if we're just talking about like climbing, and even in the team setting too. If you're a pro player, always finding ways to use your ultimate proactively is more beneficial, I think. So it's rather, instead of trying to counter the enemy aggression, try to enable your own aggression on your team, I think. Whenever you see that your team can be active, I think you can start to use the beat. It's okay. You rather do that and try to bait out some stuff. Yeah, because people would say stuff like, well, you gotta save the beat for the blade. Yeah, it's true. Well, maybe you gotta save the beat for Sigma coalescence. But what you do is aggressive beat quite a lot of times. You also force some ultimates from the enemy team. If I do the beat, they might use something else. If they don't, then win the fights. I think it's better mentality. Yeah, usually enable aggression. Aggressive beats, I think, completely fine most of the time. Later, of course, once you climb higher and higher, that's typically towards the higher tier. That's where you will be saving the beat a little bit more. But it's again not because you cannot do maybe proactive play with that. You still can, but it just might. There are a lot of times situations where it's better to initiate with some other ultimates compared to you. Maybe you have stuff like Coalescence or even Mercy ultimate. It's easier to initiate and better to initiate with compared to the beat. Beat is more defensive ultimate, but it's when you get, higher, I think higher ranked. It's when it's only becomes valuable. You don't want to hold your beat for now. I would say just go for, enable aggression sort of stuff like what you did before. That's why it's completely fine with me. Yeah. So this is okay. If I'm enabling my team to go in, I know they're going in. It's fine. The only thing is, you guys are double ult there, which is not necessary. You need one. Only one ultimate might be enough there, and it's alright. I think you kind of ulted at the same time, so no, not too big of a problem. If you're trying to deal with enemy Widow and Hanzo, where should it be?
Not on the point. I think kind of like what you said with Anna, with predicting the kill zone. Instead of predicting the kill zone, I should predict where the Anna, no, where the Widow or Hanzo would be, which is probably to the right, flanking, or maybe to the left, like even more to the left.
Yeah. I think
Which
it's
means
just...
I should do a wide flank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might end up, I don't know, maybe staying there, some players do, or maybe staying up on this wall. Just get closer. Yeah, you're still predicting where the kill zone is going to be, obviously. You're trying to loop this guys towards the kill zone if possible, but it's also possible for you to go on one-on-one. This is like an exception from the kill zone. Remember, if I don't fight in the kill zone, I can fight isolated targets a lot of times. If you know there are easy kills opportunities, trying to 1v1 something isolated, I think that's can be an exception. And in case of the Widow, a lot of times they actually isolated, so it's fine. If you set up to fight that, and then later you can contribute to the kill zone as well. Again, priorities on angles first, fighting with Widow later, go towards the kill zone, fight the front line, maybe boop this Diva, maybe boop the Kiri, maybe displace Moira, stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be on point. I think you have to be something somewhere else. It's just now it becomes harder, and the Widow actually gets stuff done. You see this? That would be an easy kill, I think, if you would play somewhere closer, probably. You're just like, okay, she's isolated, let's go. Scoped in, perfect. Landing shots just is easy. Yeah, it's really easy. Okay. I think, yeah, do you want to keep watching this, or you also want to try to do a game, or yeah, maybe any questions in addition to this replay?
No. Not in this replay. It was mostly, at the beginning of, the first choke on this point, where I died a lot because, well, bad positioning, staying on, like walking on a straight line and stuff like that. And it's mostly just to get some, yeah, like here.
I see.
Like here, I shouldn't.
Yeah, well, this stuff happens.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. It's just kind of they farm the charge. I mean, okay. It's just your movement whenever this. Okay, let's watch more. Probably one more example. Yeah, that's when you're gonna die. Yeah, you asking for it. I mean, it's it's tough. I think it's tough. It's gonna be tough to play this sideline, but what you could have done? What is the play? What's your position? What kind of angles you should be looking for?
Could you just continue on the left side to go like on deep flank, corner up to the Widow or the Hanzo?
Yeah, I would say this, and see, you will avoid this open sidelines. As a Lucio, you don't want to be exposed. I think you can use, if I'm using the right side, I can use this wall or like left side. Yeah, this might be possible too. You just have to kind of wall right here, yeah, then get closer this way. You just do not use those long range spaces as much, because if here it's just harder. Yeah, and again, your priorities is still dealing with angles, so yeah, you have to go on the Hanzo. You might also do this type of play where you just go by yourself sometimes to deal with this Widow. If you know all these guys are here, it might be possible too. It's not like a lot of your teammates, they need a speed boost anyway. Might need that, but again, the priorities is how do you set up the pressure? Yeah, what do you do with that first of all? So I'm thinking it's possible play. Yeah, go deep on the Widow, be like a Tracer or this left side. Yeah, stuff like that. Really, that's how you avoid. You just don't want to go from wall to wall with not staying on those open sites as much versus them, and it's gonna be easier. A movement helps out a lot too, actually, because you're moving quite a lot. That's nice. Additional verticality. If I'm on vertical positions, these guys will have to displace their crosshair. They're placing it somewhere up. If they're placing it up on me, trying to snipe me, they're not sniping the rest of my team. If I play with the rest of my team here on the same angle, it makes that easy for them to snipe. I have this video, yeah, crosshair. It's put in there, snipe me, and okay, then they can snipe the diva, and then they can snipe this. But it takes more time to move, like, if they have to move it vertically and horizontally at the same time. So that's why Lucio is, yeah, you can take advantage of that too. Yeah, anything else? Any other questions maybe?
No, I'm just thinking. I have one more game. It's pretty long though, so I don't know if we have time to look through it.
We have time. We can do, if you wanna, we can go with that one, and then we can do live game too. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, could you like review the other game and then I play one game on Lucio where you a live game?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Let me send you the other code. This is on Anna and it's a pretty close game, so it should be good.
Okay, let's take a look. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've done it before. It's been a lot about offensive needs. Yeah, it's been mainly that. Okay. I think in offline review, I talked about the sleep dart as well. Yeah, what about the sleep dart so far? How do you?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Sleep Dart. I saw your notes, which is like you should use the sleep dart at the end of a cooldown or animation, not in the middle of it. And I think that's due to that was like slow reaction time. But also, I think I'm using sleep a bit too much, like I'm trying to shut down people, but they're too far away. Like I'm using the sleep. I am using both the sleep and nade offensively. Sometimes I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is dangerous. I was thinking about double peeking, but when I had the corner, I knew that he was the one double peeking, so I thought that I could stay on this angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are you saying about the sleep dart? They're kind of using it still a little bit offensively. Yeah, is that correct?
Yeah, offensively, but also like half useless sleeps. Like, and they're not useless, but I could have saved them for later if I to save like a teammate or not really necessary sleeps.
I see. Yeah, let's focus on that. Well, we can focus on that a little bit more. Maybe. By the way, starting right there, do you have time to do an offensive nade right away? Is that possible for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right away.
It's possible.
Yeah. So so it's kind of just that time in the poke phase before the fight. Just go for the nade. You might not hit it, but you will get it back when the actual fight happens. So there's no benefit in holding. Sleep dart is actually the same stuff. You can look for early sleep dart too. Just differentiate on those two things. If I am like with the Lucio we mentioned, you're trying to disable those active angles on the enemy team. You just apply pressure. This is a lot. Yeah, poke phase. Okay, understanding. You can usually use your cooldowns earlier there just to farm ult charge, and then later you can do stuff in the brawl phase too. It's just when you're gonna be fighting for this corner, it's this turn usually we actively fight, and then you have your cooldowns at that time. This is pretty long range sideline though, which is great. Yeah, your crosshair has to be a little bit higher at this distance, it seems. Yeah, let me see. You just landed. It was,
I think it hit a bit too short.
yeah, a little bit too short, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just slightly hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely challenging, I think, but you'll get used to it. Okay. Overall, decent sideline here to just pressure the enemy. I don't think you have to do anything else besides this sideline. You just land asleep, land the nades, and you're good. Yeah, this is the time to look for an early nade if possible. You can just peek out, try go right. Yeah, you don't have to hesitate to. Yeah, it's okay. I think it's possible to maybe even stay over there. I'm just peeking aggressively, landing my early nade. Okay, maybe early sleep dart too. I think it's fine too.
Yeah, I wanted to go up there, but you saw that, like, I kind of panicked when I couldn't go up, so I just thought that it would be better if I went back.
I see.
So at least I have some angle.
Yeah, that's all right. That's yeah. Okay, so what do you think? The sleep right there. Is it needed? Like, what do we? Yeah, what's our goal with that too?
Well, this is kind of one of the times where I don't think it's really needed. I mean, it could be helpful because the Ryan is taking a lot of pressure, but also I think the Sigma is taking a lot of pressure, and so he probably would just wake up anyway. I say, like, if I hit the sleep,
Yep.
it might have been okay, but since I missed it, it was just, a waste.
What are potential triggers for you to look for if we're throwing the sleep dart in this brawl phase? Yeah, the actual fight. What is that you will need to pay attention to when throwing the sleep dart in specific?
Other cooldowns. So now would be good to shoot one.
I think yeah, it's kind of when they do something. Of course, animation matters, but it's typically with mobile characters. You want to wait for the animation. Yeah, that was the feedback about the ball. I think remember we been talking. Well, they use the slam, and then you can sleep dart. Usually with the ball, by the way. Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned in the notes, but if they do their power drive, they start up in the air. You can instantly aim at the ground, and then you sleep them. Here, this is does not matter as much because their stationary character, you can cancel their cooldown right there. They're standing still, so you don't have to wait for the animation. So you can sleep right now. Actually, they put up pressure with the cooldowns. Fine. Okay, let's sleep them. that's okay. So just sleep on two disable cooldowns. Yeah, disable CDs. That's one. I think because later, it might be blocked as well. This Sig actually did look to react with the shield as well. Yeah, I think maybe those more general thoughts about the characters. If you play versus stationary, I think the tendency is actually you can catch them in the middle of the animation a lot of times, but they just stationary. With mobile, you typically wait for the animation to end to just make sure you catch them a little bit more. That's what it feels like. For example, something like Ryan. You can catch the Ryan in the middle of Fire Strike animation. Okay. Maybe something like Jungle Queen. You can catch her in the middle of their axe animation and just cancel it again. Hog, similar stuff too. You can just cancel the hook. You might wait a little bit longer because of its projectile and make sure it's like they throw it first. But yeah, I think with station it might be. Yeah, it's usually good. As I say, this kind of sleep darts is just there's nobody using CDs as well. There's kind of no kill potential too. Maybe yeah, if there's a big chance to get a kill, then sure, I think you can go for it. The nano to initiate is great though. I think it's definitely does a lot. Yeah, generally speaking, that's fine. Yeah, pressure wise, it's fine. Yeah, long sideline later here. Okay. Okay, it's good. You can open up sharpest sideline. You're not able to sleep this. This is good nade right there. Good. Your teammates can contribute. Maybe aim it towards side to the left or sorry right, so it hits even more. But I think it's decent. What do you think about the sleep?
Yeah, that's also what I mean with like a completely unnecessary sleep. That was because I saw the the Senjara was right clicking. So I mean, if I hit, it would have been okay, but it's just a waste.
I'm thinking based on this, because we talked about it with Lucio too, angles. Okay, who is on the enemy team might provide bigger threat towards your teammates or you as well? Who is there? Well, this Zenyatta might be scary, but is there any bigger threat potentially on the enemy team as well?
Yeah, the Ash can 2 or 3 tap people, so
Yeah,
she's really scary.
this might be Ash. What about this here? What do you think? This Torb and Moira as well.
Well, Torb can also be pretty scary, and Moira. Both of them can be scary, especially when Torb is using his E. Well, I think it's his E. Yeah, when he gets a like movement speed, movement boost, and he gets a armor. That's pretty dangerous, but it's hard to sleep them right now.
Yeah, I think it's
I mean,
just
I
this
guess,
position. Yeah.
I guess if I were to sleep someone, it would be the Sigma right now.
Yeah, it can be, yeah, I think. And also might get a kill. I think with a sleep, if he possible, no, high chance of getting a kill, I can also go for it. Okay. Gonna write it down too. High chance of getting a kill and sleep. Okay. Kind of a balance again. I'm looking to sleep what is killable and threatening at the same time, similar to Lucio, because this to me, this is threatening, but am I able to get a kill? I think you're able to, but if you have Nate most of the time. So you personally, Zana, yeah, if you land this kind of sleep darts, then you have your Nate. Maybe Soldier might help you out as well, but most of your team they probably not able to. Yeah, they just fighting around here. That's why I'm thinking disable threatening and killable angles at the same time. This is more killable, and this is threatening too. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's put attention on that. Maybe if you have other teammates, just, yeah, a lot of teammates going there, I think that would make sense to sleep that angle a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But I didn't sleep the. I think I was trying to sleep the Sigma, but I didn't want to leave my angle, and I knew that you said before that I shouldn't stand behind the tank. So I thought that I should just stay in this position.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's kind of, well, in this case, your rotation then, if wanna stay and keep long range, I think one of the best spots is kind of lean towards here. You don't will be not exactly staying so by behind the tank. Yeah, sometimes because the map layout might be tunneled. It's okay to play like a little bit further back if as long as you have sharp angle, long range angle. So this position might work actually. This can be okay as well. It's just, again, just wait for those angles to be aggressive first. But, yeah. Watch what is killable and threatening first. Like, this door be something, what, possible to sleep to. Okay, do you want to watch more of this? Or, yeah, I think we have time to do a live game still. It's up to you. You wanna do a live game on Lucio first? If you have time, we can also watch the rest of the SWAT too.
I mean, I guess we could pause this and I can play a game of Lucio.
Yeah, let's do that, yeah. What do you want to keep an eye on? Yeah, what are the ideas you want to work on?
Probably like trying to get the off angles because I'm playing Lucio like some kind of brawl Ana or Mercy, I don't know. But like I'm staying too much on the point because I'm trying to heal the team. Like I'm a healer. But instead I should probably be focusing on finding who's killable and going for like off angles.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that, I think. Let's just focus on those angles a little bit more. Make sure to screen share and should be good.
Yep. Though it is a bit scary to play Lucio on my competitive.
Yeah, well, Still, it's I can see how that's gonna go overall. Just make sure it's experiment there. It's all right. No worries. What matters is if you're doing better. Those ideas, yeah, you said okay, off angles. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Short angles. You can go deeper sometimes. You might notice that sometimes you might go too deep. Well, that's where you will keep an eye on your team too. You have to enable the most active angles in your team as well, so you're not too far away. But yeah, emphasis on taking angles first. Let's find out.
This map. I'm trying to figure out where I should go.
Usually go left side, top, take top.
Yeah.
And then later you can use the wall.
So should I go like straight? Could it be good if I go like straight on the left side, and then like I go to their team, and then I make it. Maybe I take the wall, like that wall, but on the other side.
Yeah, I think this is usually decent. This way, if they're going to the choke, you're also able to boop them towards your team. Okay, use wall right a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay, good. And on the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Careful.
Yep.
Okay.
Oop.
Ooh. Something to disable, actually, if they really going in.
I hear an Ana. Oh.
Keep the short range going.
Yep.
That's alright. That's alright. Ashe, Soldier, mainly just going from corner to corner, closing the distance, and then you can boop them. It's gonna be fine. You guys can win still, actually. Might be winnable.
Yep.
It's just
No,
there.
I really gotta practice wall riding though.
Yeah. Wanna go on the Ashe, I think. Find the Ashe, where they might be. Where do you expect them? No, not here. Well, they're still around the point. Are you a little bit too deep there? Yeah.
You go dive that. Mercy.
Try. Okay.
Oh. This tough spot.
Try to find verticality. This high gun. This is where the Ashe is. This is more threatening.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how to get up there though.
That's okay. This is how you just try stuff out. Really, you just see okay what works or not. This soldier Ashe, something you wanna deal with first. Yeah, this guy is easy to deal. Possibly. That's okay. Just few things with the movement and mechanics, but it's all right. The target priority wise, I think that's something you will go for sure. Those guys above.
Yeah. So, high ground. Yeah, I can go here.
Yeah. That's okay. I can kill them. Yeah. Long sideline.
Oh.
Here. Yeah, if they have long sideline, just drop instantly. Just find another way. Don't fight them at the long.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's okay. You can avoid it. Looking good. Player on cover, good. Short range angles, and you can fight. Yeah, Mercy first. Great. And Boop Soldier. Boop Soldier away on the angle. He's still here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that's looking good. Nice. That's looking good. Now we can find the front line later. Yeah, can boop them towards the team if you can, but watch out for the sleep.
Yeah. Did they use none of their mercy?
Yeah. Okay, good. Deal with certain in it. Yeah, okay. Sweat anybody get closer. Short sights, yes. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Can I go for a
Next.
flank here, do you think?
You can try. You can look to use your beat more aggressively when your team is ready. Watch out. I would.
Yep. Oh, no, I'm dead.
That's okay. That's alright. Yeah, I think flanking, it's possible. It's just make sure you can also beat comfortably for the rest of the core. Because you have it. Well,
Yep.
they didn't touch, so it's alright. I just kind of... beat is pretty a big thing, so... It's if you flank, then make sure you have the sidelines on your team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So they're... I hope they're going on the left side, I think, so I can boot them.
I mean, right side? The bridge?
Oh, yeah, right side.
Yeah. That's a good spot. Yeah, you can either boop them off the map or boop them towards your team. It's okay. Can hop on the wall, careful. Yeah, okay. This is something to deal with too.
Yep.
That's fine. Okay, that's okay, it happens. A lot of times with the angles, you can kind of sit up there on the angle and wait for them to come to you. And then later you can just start booping them. You don't have to kind of show yourself that much.
Okay.
Like here, you can just choose an angle, sit there, and then boop the angles. Yeah, that's okay. Typically as Lucio, you're kind of fighting for this either left or right side choke, I think, if you're keeping the enemies in the air. And once they're going through, then you just boop them. You guys are winning, but you don't have the point. Well, you can keep fighting
no
left side.
capping.
Yeah, just make sure you win first. We need to win the angles first. Maybe fight the Ashe, see how you can go closer. Yeah, this is more strategy. Deal with her, and then cap the point. Yeah. That's looking fine. Yeah, find a way to close the gap with that, guys. Yeah, this might be fine, try. Yeah, especially with your cast. Okay, the next angle. That's okay. No worries. He's alone, so care. Might hook you, but...
Yep.
It's okay, that's okay. Yeah, the flank with the cast is good. It's just later, see how you're positioned if you're left alone. I think it's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Should I help him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, one more fight. You typically want to fight for that top there, I think. If possible, deal with their hit scans, I think, is really beneficial.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy is really close, you might kill him, actually. It's the rest of your team. Just play the movement, take HP back, okay? That's alright.
There's a yard here. Oh, I died. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can look for early poke, but just don't forget you can hop on the wall as well. If they push through, then you boop them in. That's okay. You just kind of...
Yep.
Here on this main, it might be difficult to stay above the arch, but it's either on the left or right side arch. Our team is playing left side arch, so you can kind of keep staying with them. Just be, yes, on some sort
okay.
of verticality. Uh-huh. Yeah. This guy you can kill. This is easily killable.
Yep.
Okay, they went away. That's fine. This is killable to survive.
Oh.
Yeah. That's alright. Might get a res, maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, probably. There's a hog still. Okay.
Damn
Can
it.
look for the beat when your team is active, so you touch the point for that. And deal with the angles too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was high.
Stay
Oh,
alive, stay
reload.
alive. Yeah, care.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh, no one capped.
That's okay. That's alright. I think just slightly more. I think initially, especially, slightly more patience with those angles pushing you, so we're not overexposed to their long range damage, and we'll be okay. I think
Yeah.
that's it. I think it's winnable. You gotta play here. Usually wanna try to control this right side near the elephant, so the hit scans they will not control it on the enemy team. And the middle section, you have a free time while riding. Just these middle pillars, you can boop the people in.
Can I go through here? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can. Okay, more patience, so we'll not get poked. No, watch out. Care.
Yep.
A little bit too deep, so stay alive. Yeah. If you get there, it's okay, but stay alive, yeah. Okay, this is something you can fight now.
Yep.
If they're closer, then yeah, you keep fighting. It's pretty close. Just don't go too deep.
Oop.
That's fine. Guys captured the point. It's great. Try to stall the point. See, maybe you get a pick on somebody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see how you close the distance, so you're not overexposed to their pool.
I'm gonna let them go first.
Ashes, yeah. They are up left. Can deal with her. Yeah. Can kill. They didn't get healed. That's good for us. Okay. Stay alive, stay
Oh,
alive.
they ulted.
That's okay.
I might get rest.
You
No,
might,
I don't.
maybe. You might.
Oh, nice rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ult.
Nice, good job.
I guess I could flank here.
You can try, but watch out that you're not that deep. If you're fighting isolated, you can. If not, that's okay-ish. It's just, you know, there's Zenyatta warp, so I think it's too scary. It's just because Zenyatta can do stuff there. It's like maybe you wait a little bit longer. I'm not against fighting isolated guys, it's just if they are, then sure. If not, then fight towards the kill zone where your team is. Yeah, like, yeah, well, this guy can die. Now this is something can die because they are totally isolated. Okay, maybe no, that's fine. If they out, it's okay. Just fight towards the kill zone and you're good. Okay. Too far, care. Okay. The Reaper gets 2 kills. That's good. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just dodge. Try to dodge, yeah.
Yep. We might win this.
Big Diva Bomb, let's go.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna win this.
Still
maybe,
visible.
maybe.
Maybe. Still visible. Yeah.
Okay, they won this fight.
That's okay. I'm gonna focus on the next fight. Yeah, still can dive their backline, farm the beat. Make sure you farm before the fight actively. Just a little bit more shooting towards their tank and you're fine if you farm. Yeah. You need to get closer there. Careful, open sights. Okay. Yeah. Getting closer, short corners. Yes. It's looking fine.
Ooh. I'm gonna bit.
That's so low.
Oh.
That's okay.
Diva. Oh, good sleep.
I think this is a decent game actually with angles and you experimenting, seeing where you can go. I think that's great. Maybe you can watch that back later as well and see how you can improve some of the stuff you do. I think that's nice. Try to experiment with this more, and it's just there have been times where, of course, when you go on the angle, sometimes might be a little bit too deep, but I think this is a good direction to take. You just see what works. Why it was not working with deep angle sometimes. You just want to keep an eye on if you're fighting deep angle, then typically you need to fight isolated people. And most of the time when you was on a deep angle, you was fighting multiple people when your team was not able to help you out. So that's what you gotta watch out for, basically. If you do this, it's either you fight isolated or you fight with the rest of your team. That's it. So that's what you need when going for those deep angles. Other than that, it's been pretty decent. I think you've been displacing the enemy, trying to go for aggressive member, dodging. Yeah, mechanics wise is pretty good as well. Just keep an eye on the big picture. What you fight. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good time. Well, we have some time left. We can summarize all what we mentioned today so far. Yeah. You can tell me what we learned today so far. What are the concepts you want to keep an eye on?
So first with Lucio, I guess, is to get close to the enemy and not stay on like open long sight lines, because that usually leads to me dying.
Yeah.
So go close, like go on off angles and also boot people, either like enemies off from their angles or into our team's sight lines. I guess also, what was that YouTuber's name that you recommended?
Oh, YouTubers.
Like funny?
Funny. Oh, this guy's Overwatch League player. I'm not sure if they stream now or have they any content. I just I had this game saved from a long time ago. But yeah, I think if you Google, you can definitely watch this guy more. He's one of the best Lucios. Played with him as well on U ladder. Just he's quite a few times rank 1 on the Lucio as well, and yeah, it's just how he's taking angles. Maybe you can watch that back as well. See how he's contributing to the fight. See, he is never like too far deep. It might seem like he might be flanking as well, but it's with a purpose a lot of times to fight isolated targets and make sure they stay alive. Of course, there's a big part to mechanics, like your movement, making sure you're just able to survive. But yeah, you can watch that guy, sure. It's just for reference. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Is before I continue, uh, a while ago I watched a lot of Frogger. I thought he was fun, but like his play style gets a lot of critique because he isn't helping his team. You know, with like getting under 1k heals like every game.
I
Like,
mean, well, it's kind of if they help their team or not, it depends. Highly depends on first of all the composition. If your composition benefits out a lot of let's say you have more stationary characters, close range characters, then you will typically play closer to the rest of your team. That's how people say you help them a little bit more. But if you don't, for example, you just have a lot of sniper characters, then does not make sense to help you. Help them. Yeah, you need to set up your own pressure to be able to help them first. It's always the priority. It's not that we're waiting for the enemy to make a move, we are forcing the enemy to make a move because we're doing stuff. That's that's what you want to do. I'm not sure about the progress. Well, I know he's like decent, but not one of the best, I would say, but there still can be good examples to watch. Maybe if you maybe so have some questions as well. Is that a good play? Maybe is it viable thing to do? Yeah, you can send the timestamps. I will take a look. I recommend Funny Aster. Typically is good, but he's also doing a lot of the stuff where it seems like he's leaving his team on their own, but it's just based on the big picture a lot of times, and because the composition allows you to do so, map allows you to do so. Maybe there's some isolated characters to deal with, like Widow. Yeah, why not? You can do that, sure. Okay. Yeah, any questions? Any other questions?
no, not really. Or, well, maybe one more thing, but I think it's hard to answer.
Mhm.
And that is like, in general, what should my like speed boost and healing usage? Should I prioritize speed boost like I prioritize damage boost and mercy, or
yes, speed boost usually more of a priority. It's main utility for you. Why? Because it's better in terms of just enabling the pressure on your team. It helps your team to get in, get out, especially priority on getting in, so they start doing damage, and you can also do damage. So yeah, speed boost is bigger priority compared to healing. Lucio is being chosen first of all not because of the healing hour, but because of the speed potential. So yeah, keep an eye on this more. What are you doing with the speed boost exactly? Especially again, if you have a lot of stationary characters, this is really, really beneficial. Help your team in, just engage, disengage sometimes. Yeah, well, depending on the situation. So yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I mean, what are we doing next time? What should I be focusing on? Should I send like any codes or?
Yeah, let me see. The next time,